In front, power move. A one-time shot, he scores! Motion left wing side, walks in, he scores! Rich got it. They score! Seals the deal! Hello and welcome to Gulls All Access presented by California Coast Credit Union. I'm your host, Aaron Cooney. The Anaheim Ducks have promoted Rick Patterson as the San Diego Gulls' new general manager. A four-time Stanley Cup champion, Patterson has had a storied hockey career as an NHL player, coach, and scout. I sat down with Rick to discuss the organization's direction for player development and how he intends to get the Gulls back in contention for a Calder Cup. Today, we're joined by San Diego Gulls general manager Rick Patterson. Rick, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Rick, you're a hockey lifer. Played, you've coached, you've scouted, you have 4 Stanley Cup rings. What keeps you going to work in this game?
Well, I still love the game. I still love the competition. I like the people in the game. I feel like I still have things that I can offer to players, and as long as I have the fire to win and enjoy it, then I'm like to keep going.
Do you have a favorite portion of it? Playing, coaching, scouting? What would it be?
Well, I think my favorite part was playing. I think the life of a professional athlete is pretty special. You have most things done for you. You play a game for a living, and it's not easy. It's very difficult, and it's probably more difficult now than it was when I played.
When I look at your playing time and just looking at some of the guys that you play with, Dennis Savard and Old Chicago Stadium, what comes to your mind when you hear some of those names, or even just thinking back to that time?
Well, I have been very fortunate. Played with Savvy, Dennis Savard. Actually played at one point with Team Canada, and Gretzky was a teammate. So, I've been really blessed that way. Got to coach Mario Lemieux and Paul Coffey, Ron Francis, Martin St. Louis, Dave Vanderchuk, a lot of, and I'm forgetting about Tom Barrasso, Net, and Nikolai Habibulin. So maybe I just got lucky with where I ended up, but I've been fortunate, and I hope I live up to the standards here and bring a better record. This community deserves a good hockey team, and we'll see.
I'm from Pittsburgh, so I've heard the stories and you've watched the highlights numerous from those years. What do you think of most when you think back to the cup runs, even that 92-93 team that people still tell me that was the best of those couple of years with the Penguins?
Yeah, the last year we won back-to-back cups, and then the third year we won the last 17 games of the regular season, and we got upset in the second round against the Islanders. That still bothers me. It's memories like that, and just to be around those guys. I had a chat. Mario comes in one day when I'm an assistant coach and says, "I'm not doing very well on breakaways." I said, "So yeah, I'm going to help Mario Lemieux on a breakaway." So I showed him. I thought he was going in too slow, so I showed him the film, and I had prepared this for 45 minutes. It was not. There was no video scouts. So I'm actually pretty nervous. He watched one clip and said, "Okay, that's enough," and he's out. Just being around that group of people and how professional they were and how hard they worked, I took that with me to other organizations and hopefully here. And it's nice to talk about, but here we are in the present now.
This one's from my grandma, because this is what I got from her. It was, if Kevin Stevens doesn't get hurt and that check into the boards in, does that 93 team do they make it 3 cups in a row and win that series against the Islanders?
Hindsight's perfect, but yeah, that would be a factor. Yeah, that stung for a while, and I don't know. Like I said, it's still. You refresh that memory, and now it bothers me again.
I'm going to go through it too. I'm now going to hear from my family. For your move to Anaheim, what did you see with the Ducks that they were missing to eventually get over the hump and get to that another Cup final and eventually win the Stanley Cup 2007?
Well, again, before I got there, they had Ryan Getzlaff and Corey Perry, And then, all of a sudden we bring in Scott Niedermayer, who's won more than anybody in hockey. They seem to be so close that they would, they might not always hang around each other off ice, but when the game started, they would go to war for each other, and that's the difference. When you have that camaraderie and you want to perform, not to let the guy down beside you, it can lead to good things.
The San Diego Gulls began their season with a trip to Canada, becoming the first California AHL team to play in Toronto. But they didn't fly north alone. Some of San Diego's finest fans accompanied them for a memorable kickoff to the season. With much to see and do, some of the players took the opportunity to check out Toronto's vibrant cultural scene. We joined Travis Howe and Josh Lapina as they took a tour of the Hockey Hall of Fame.
It's crazy how long ago guys were actually playing hockey. Yeah. Didn't know that the Gulls were in Virginia before.
Yeah. I used to wear that jersey. Used to play for that team.
That's hilarious.
Well, now I play for that team. You get all the coaches wearing that.
Think you could pull it off though? I don't know.
Which is Sparzy probably could.
Oh yeah, I get
We're getting
Sparzy
Sparzy doing it.
There's the goat, the man. The only guy who has his banner up in Pechanga.
Oh yeah.
Just up the road, a few of the guys opted to check out the iconic CN Tower.
Hey guys, Tyson and Noah here. We're about to go into CN Tower.
It's good, it's good. It's a good view.
Yeah.
Are you guys scared of heights?
It's okay. No. I mean a little bit. This view is unreal.
Defenseman Roland McEwen grew up just west of Toronto and took me for a walking tour of the city. This transition hard to junior to pro?
Yeah, I think that's a big jump. Yeah, like my rookie year in the A was definitely difficult. I think it's just the strength of the guys, and now instead of a game, it's like this is their job. And it takes you a little bit to realize that, but the faster you can adjust, the better.
In appreciation for their dedicated support, the San Diego Gulls held a special happy hour event for the fans who made the trip to Toronto. The event provided fans an opportunity to meet a few of the players and coaches ahead of the start of the 2024-25 season.
For the front office to put this together for us, not only did they let us know what was happening, they got us these awesome shirts and pucks and tickets to the Hall of Fame, and it shows that they care and they see the fans, like what we want and what we like.
Coming up, some Gulls players spent an afternoon at the Marine Corps Recruiting Depot in Point Loma ahead of Military Appreciation Night. Right here on Gulls All Access, presented by California Coast Credit Union. Gulliver's Kids Club is back for the 2024-25 season. This year's Kids Club membership includes a backpack filled with a beanie, pennant, puzzle, and 4 ticket vouchers for only $30. It's a whole flock of fun in one awesome kit. Purchase your Kids Club membership now at sandiegogulls.com/kidsclub. The club will honor active and retired service members when they host Military Appreciation Night tomorrow. Ahead of tomorrow's game, a few Gulls players had the opportunity to spend an afternoon with some military heroes at the Marine Corps Recruiting Depot in Point Loma.
This is a continuation of the announcement of the local San Diego Military Alliance. Normally we're busy working on here at the Recruit Depot, we're training recruits here, hosting recruit graduations, but it's certainly fantastic when things come to us on our installation here where we could recognize our relationship with the local community. And there's a lot of correlation between professional athletics and what we do as a military. So obviously, service members gravitate towards, our professional sports teams here as an outlet to unwind and take our mind off the daily duties.
Sat down, had a nice little lunch here, and got to know a few people over here, and they were from all over. We got a former hockey player from Minnesota, so it was pretty cool chatting her up and seeing everyone's background and seeing where they came from. Whereabouts in Texas? Okay, I lived in Corpus Christi for a year. I loved it.
Yeah, I can handle the heat.
Yeah. I'm a Floridian now, though, I like to say, so.
And talking to your players, obviously they're from all over the country like many of us are. And, they're competing on a high level. We could certainly learn something from them on what they do on a daily basis.
We got a little tour the first little bit that we were here, and kind of just got a rundown on everyone's day-to-day, and then we got to even see their some of their training facilities. That was pretty sweet there.
Now put together, or the Marine Corps has put together, a nice facility here with everything that you would want in, let's say, a sports center. Marine Corps really were the ones that said, you know what? We really like what the athletic trainer is doing, not only in the clinic, but what we can do on the field. From other staff members and other branches that I've met, athletic trainers in the Army or the Air Force or whatnot, the Marine Corps really is doing the best job out of all the branches of how we incorporate athletic trainers. And again, you guys are well familiar with the way athletic trainers work and your strength and conditioning coaches and whatnot.
At the very end, going through our tour, we got to see where they all come when they first get here, and that was a goosebump moment, to say the least. It was I was saying to one of the guys, I almost want to quit hockey and come join the boys over here, but no, it's inspiring. I mean, these men and women literally are the reason why we get to do what we do, and you kind of get to see it firsthand here, and especially from like the beginning too. This is where they all start out and start their training, so it's pretty cool.
I'll tell you what, whether it's one recruit or 100 recruits, that drill instructor gives the same intro speech. There's no more I, there's no more we, it's the recruit, it's us, it's we, it's all about the team now, right? I mean, it's the sense of service. It's what's it mean to be first to fight, what's it mean to be that warrior mindset.
If that doesn't inspire you to, I mean, not only just be a better person, but like be a better teammate, you're kind of in the wrong field. I mean, the guy was talking, I wanted to run through a wall for him, and I just met the guy, so, but yeah, it's like I said, this is inspiring. It makes you want to be the best possible version of yourself and be the best possible teammate for the guys left and right of you, because it's like, yeah, we gotta have fun. At the end of the day, we're out there playing hockey, and these men and women are out here like risking their lives. It's inspiring.
In October, the Gulls took part in the San Diego Pro Sports Military Alliance kickoff event atop the USS Midway. The goal of the Alliance is for San Diego professional sports organizations to collectively work together to recognize and reward the service and sacrifice of active duty, veteran, and retired military service members and their families.
So we're here today with all the pro sports teams in San Diego for the first ever Pro Sports Military Alliance. And it's something that I'm really proud of. We've been working on this for a long time. And it's a way to honor the military. It's a way to say thank you for all they've done here in San Diego, for our little part of it as pro sports teams, to say we can give back a little bit, offer families the opportunity to come into games at a discounted price, and just say thank you. So it's something I'm really proud of. The Gulls have been working hard to be part of this.
These teams are not just working together for the love of their respective sports, but they're using what they do to further advance our reputation, our international reputation as a proud military town. This supports our veterans, our military service members, and their families.
Our sports scene is ignited. We have 8 pro sport teams in town now. It occurred to a group of us a few months ago that why don't we just get together, all the pro sport teams in town, even though we're competitors, and see what we could do collectively for the community of San Diego. The idea is just simply to help the military community integrate with our local town and to feel welcome and have a place to go.
Coming up, we have part 2 of our sit-down with General Manager Rick Patterson, and we recap an eventful opening week to the season, right here on Gulls All Access, presented by California Coast Credit Union. Get ready to light the lamp with our brand new Light the Lamp Lager. Brewed by our friends at Mason Ale Works, this crisp, refreshing beer is perfect for game night. Enjoy it every Friday home game for just $5, or find it at your favorite bars and retailers across San Diego. Grab a Light the Lamp lager and toast to the Gulls. Secure your seats to upcoming Friday games by visiting sandiegogulls.com/tickets. And now, part 2 of our sit-down interview with Gulls General Manager Rick Patterson. So with all that experience and come to San Diego with this new challenge, what are you looking to build here with the Gulls and kind of erase the last couple of years that have been a little bleak?
I think we have a good coaching staff that's great communicators. Matt's unbelievable. He communicates with the youngsters. He's a lot younger than me, and so he's as good as I've seen him that way. We brought in some guys that have won before and were former captains. McEwen was the captain when he won the Calder Cup in Charlotte. Hetherington was the captain last year in Belleville. Carpenter spent the whole year in San Jose, but he was going to be the captain with the Barracuda. So we brought in guys like that who, and there's more leaders than those guys, and just push it over the edge. And now the kids like Nestorenko and Colangelo, they've had and Gauche, they've had a year here. The American Hockey League is a really good league. And I think a lot of kids come out of junior or college thinking, well, I'm just going to spend a little time there. And then they get shocked about how good it is. And they've had a year under their belts. The guys have worked hard in the off season. They come here ready. They've been impressive in the Ducks training camp. So I'm cautiously optimistic. You still have to play the games. Right now, I like what we've done, and we'll see. We're going to have a big test where we start on the road basically for the first month, and I'm not opposed to that. I think it'll give the team even more of a chance to bond together, and I think that's really important.
You mentioned that just some of that group, even the guys moving the second years, but out of this kind of young group and even first year, another group of rookies coming in for the San Diego Gulls, who should Gulls fans and also Ducks fans have their eye on this season and even moving forward?
Well, I think our defense have worked hard. Like Heinze's really strong. I think that Gauche went down there and to Florida and worked out hard. Sidorov is a player who, before the Ducks camp started, I didn't really know him. He's a draft pick. He scored 50 goals in Saskatoon, and he's been showing a lot of skill. So I think there's a lot of the pieces in place, but we'll see.
I want to put you on the spot a little bit here, just a couple more for you, Rick. Like, of your 4 Stanley Cups, which one, if you did pick one, which one would it be that you remember most or was the most significant to you?
Well, I'll make the standard answer that I think the first one. It's just because you never know if you're going to ever break through. There's been some great players who spent their 15, 20 years and never won. So the first one's always special. And
well,
so let's go Ducks.
And how about a Calder Cup ring? Could add one of those
Yeah,
here?
I'd like to have one of those.
Rick, my last one for you. I just want to give you the podium. What is your message to Gulls fans of what's in the works here in San Diego, what they can expect?
The city certainly deserves it. And the players downstairs right now, they want to win. I know we have a good group in place. It has to translate onto the ice. We have good leadership in the coach's room. We have good leadership with who I think we're going to be naming captain shortly. We will be better. How's that?
I'll take that with me. Rick, thanks so much for stopping by with us. Really appreciate you joining the show.
My pleasure. Thank you.
From celebrating Willie O'Ree's 89th birthday to the naming of the team's captains, we recap an eventful opening week to the season. Ahead of their first game, the team welcomed Willie O'Ree to practice for a surprise birthday celebration.
We feel really privileged, but we're so grateful for all that you've done for the Gulls, for the greater San Diego community, and even more importantly, our great sport. So Willie, thank you and happy birthday. Our guys, we've got really good voices in this room, and a 1, a 2, a 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Willie. Happy birthday to you. Just a little something for you.
The organization gifted Willie a custom fedora hat in Willie's trademark style.
Oh my God, number 20.
See how that thing looks. Oh, wow.
In honor of his contributions to the game of hockey, Pechanga Arena and the Gulls also presented Willie with a rendering of a permanent plaque that will be displayed in the concourse of the arena. Lastly, former and current NHL players and coaches prepared birthday shout-outs wishing Willie a happy 89th.
You're the Jackie Robinson of hockey and the reason why I played 13 years in the NHL. So thank you for all the sacrifice. You're a true pioneer for all of us, and you deserve the absolutely best on your birthday. Hope to see you soon.
Ahead of the home opener, head coach Matt McElwain named the team's captains for the season.
Without further ado, you guys can come up and join me. We'll get a little photo up. But Roland McEwen will be one of our assistant captains this year. Congratulations. Dylan Hetherington will be one of our assistant captains this year. Congrats, Dylan. And our captain, Ryan Carpenter. Come on up, you guys.
There's three guys that have really stood out and seem to be exemplifying, the kind of person and player that we can all emulate, as we're chasing down our team goals and guys are chasing down their individual goals.
Yeah, I'm honored. It's a privilege, and we've really been together now just for a couple of weeks. We're trying to build and continue to get better. I think when it comes to leadership, I think it's really just a by committee thing here as well. I think the core of us and all just expected to come to the rink every day and work. But yeah, it's a privilege and I'm honored.
And it's Ryan Carpenter cleaning things up, his first as a Gull.
Later that evening, America's finest fans filled Pechanga Arena for an eventful home opener. An exciting third period comeback fell just short as the Gulls showed incredible fight against the reigning Western Conference champions.
Goal line back to Cedroff in front. It's loose in the paint. They score!
Thanks for watching Gulls All Access, presented by California Coast Credit Union. Join us next time when we sit down with Gulls forward Travis Howe. We'll see you then.